So how many calories should you eat to lose fat? This is one of the biggest questions that we all ask ourselves when we're starting our fitness journey, and in this video I'm going to show you an almost too easy to believe method to understand exactly how many calories you need to eat on every day to start losing fat and skyrocketing your progress. Basically, we need to figure out three things. First of all, what's your end goal? Second of all, how many calories you need to eat every single day, and how much protein you need to eat every single day. Once we figure that out, we just need to put it into practice and start getting some results. So first of all, you're gonna need an end goal, a target, ideally a weight target, just to make our calculations a little bit simpler. And what I mean with an end goal is the weight that you want to be weighing at your leanest. Once we have that, we're going to use that as a guide to figure out how many calories you need and how much protein you need to eat per day. So let's dive into it. But before we start talking about those, you see that little like button that's on the bottom of the video and the subscribe one? Those two are actually free, and if you want to keep on getting more fitness advice like this, make sure to subscribe and like the video so we can get to more people and you don't miss a single bit of what we do here. So now let's get into the actual calculation on how to figure out how many calories you need every single day. So let's start with the calories. Like I mentioned, everything is going to revolve about what your end goal target is, and this goal needs to be in pounds. So if you're someone like me who uses kilograms, you just make sure that you convert it before you do any of these calculations, just because it's going to be a lot easier to do it on pounds. So figure out what's your ideal weight in pounds at your leanest, and that's going to be our guide. So basically, to know how many calories we need to be eating every single day, we're going to take that end goal that we have in pounds and we're going to multiply it by 12. So for example, imagine that your ideal weight is 150 pounds. So if we multiply 150 pounds by 12, that's gonna end up giving us 1800. So 1800 would be your ideal target for calories every single day. And this would put you on a calorie deficit that will ultimately get you to that end goal. I know some of you are gonna be thinking, Eric, that's way too simple, that's not gonna work. Some other people are gonna say that's way too many calories. But here's the thing, it actually works, and it works wonders. The key is going to be consistency, okay? If you actually stick to 1800 calories every single day for 30, 60, 90 days, then you're gonna end up weighing 150. The main problem with all of these calculations is that a lot of people follow them 4, 5, 6 days out of the week, and then 1 or 2 days of the week they just go out of whack and end up eating all the calories that they saved during that week, and then obviously that doesn't work. So if you want to follow this method and make sure that you actually get results, you need to do this every single day, and you need to be consistent for a long enough period of time. If you do so, you'll see the magic happen. Now let's get into the protein. So to get the protein, we're gonna go even simpler. Okay, if you want to know how many grams of protein you need to eat every single day, you're gonna take your ideal body weight in pounds, you're gonna multiply it by 1. So if we get the same example as we did before, your ideal end target is going to be 150 pounds. So I'm not a genius by any means, but I think that comes down to 150 grams. If you multiply 150 by 1, that's going to be 150. So that's your target for protein, 150 grams of protein every single day. Now, some people might be thinking, wow, that's a lot of protein. Like, where am I gonna get all that protein from? And here's the thing, if you think that hitting 150 grams of protein per day is hard, then one or two things are going on. Either you've never tracked your protein, so you don't know how simple it is to actually get to 150 grams of protein, or you have a diet that is way too high in carbs and fats. The truth is that getting to 150 grams of protein per day is very simple. It might not be easy for some people, but it's really, really simple. And it might take just a couple of slight changes in every single one of your meals. Like, for example, putting some protein on every single one of your meals. So let's say you eat 4 times per day. If you put 37 grams of protein on every single meal, that's gonna be 150 grams, and that's basically 1 portion of protein. So adding protein on every meal will help you on itself get there without having to strategize around it. Now, obviously, the higher that number gets, the more complicated it gets, but it's the same principle. You divide the amount of protein that you need to eat per day per all the meals that you have during the day, and then you make sure that in every single one of those meals, you hit those numbers. So for example, if you're supposed to eat 200 grams of protein, instead of 37 grams of protein per meal, then you're gonna go to 50 grams of protein per meal, and there you go, your 200 grams of protein a day. So do not worry, hitting your protein targets is way within your reach. You just need a little bit of strategizing and just being aware of what you eat. So there you have it. That's how you can calculate your daily calorie intake and protein, so you can keep on making progress and losing as much fat as possible while maintaining the muscle. Now, here's the caveat. This oversimplified method will give you about 80% of the results. Obviously, you can go into a lot more complex calculations to figure out exactly how many calories are optimal for you to eat every single day, and if you do this and if you do that, you're gonna get 100% of the results. But to be honest, the majority of the people just need to get some results going. The key, like everything in fitness, is going to be to get started. A lot of people just keep on procrastinating on and starting on the fitness journey because they want to have all the information that they need to get to that end physique, the ideal physique that they have in their mind, and they don't realize that with all that time that they're wasting waiting and looking for more information, they could have just started and figured it out along the way. Yes, you're gonna need some adjustments as you go on. Yes, the plan that is gonna give you the initial 20 pounds loss is not gonna be the same plan that will get you to single-digit body fat percentages. And yes, your routine will probably be different a year from now. But that doesn't mean that you cannot get started with what you have right now. In fact, it means that the sooner you get started, the sooner you're gonna get there. And as I showed you in this video, it is almost too easy to understand how many calories you need and how much protein you have to eat every single day. So start simple, but get started. Hope this was valuable and that you can get started and get some progress today. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll see you in the next video.